Okay, so we are recording. I am your one-star platinum, Mrs. Nina Mitchell, and we're going to talk about footprints to your evolution, stepping into your own success. So the first thing I want to let you guys know is to be not afraid. For those of you who believe in a higher power, and I do, no matter what that higher power is, you have not been given a spirit of fear. So understand that coming into this, and as you grow and evolve and go from point to point, there's going to be a different challenge at every level, but I encourage you to not be afraid, to walk into the next level of your evolution with courage. You have an entire company of over 7,900 agents that are waiting, willing, and able to assist you into the next level of your evolution. So my question to you, and you guys can use the chat box, is do you have a fear of the unknown? I am a strong person. Kathy told you guys that I am known as the enforcer. I am the big sister. I am the one that people come and tell. That is me. That's my function. I'm like that in my family as well. I am the one person that will have your back to infinity and beyond. But even I have a fear of the unknown. I pride myself on knowing what's going on so that I can control the narrative. But I do have a concern when things are not clear to me, or when I don't know what's happening, or I don't know to expect. That's a regular human being feeling. It is. Do you have a fear of the unknown? You first have to recognize that you have that before we can conquer it. Do you have a fear of learning new things? We understand that new methods can be scary. If you have been in the travel industry for 20 years, there's still going to be some things that are going to be different for you as you go through your evolution, because we are a company that is unlike any other in the travel industry. We are totally different because of our culture. We come from a family-driven background first. So we consider the people, we consider how the people are going to function and what makes them comfortable, and then we apply it to everything else. If you put the people first, the money and the perks will come. We have seen that for the last 4.5 years. So we continuously push forward as a we movement. But understand that learning new methods, it can be scary. Are you worried about messing up, typing the wrong name, sending the wrong quote, selling the wrong product, telling an agent the wrong information? Are you worried about messing up? That is normal. That is a normal concern to have. So do not feel like you are inferior or that you are weak because you have fears. It's okay to have a healthy amount of fear. Anyone that tells you that they are not afraid of anything are reckless, and you should move around and get away from them. It's okay, and it's actually healthy to have a small amount of fear, because that small amount of fear will actually help you govern yourself accordingly. It will keep you from doing reckless things, risking your life and livelihood, because you're going to listen to your conscience. Your conscience is going to tell you, you might not want to try that, or no, you might not want to cross that street, or you might not want to turn here, or you might want to be quiet and listen at this point. That little voice in your head is going to help you maneuver around your fears. But we don't want you to have a debilitating amount of fear. So we're going to help you navigate through that. So which evolutionary are you? We have several different types. Are you currently or aspiring to be a travel booker? Are you a health and wellness product distributor of CBD products? Are you or aspire to be a traveler? Do you aspire to be a team builder? Are you currently in leadership or aspire to be a person who is in a leadership position, leading this team into the next level of evolution? You need to understand that there are expectations of you at every single level. We do understand that this is a partnership, and we invite you to tell us what your needs are. We have an open door policy. Go to your leadership, go to your sponsor, send an email to our corporate office, send a message through your back office. We encourage you to let us know. Call Archer Travel or email them with your questions or concerns or ideas. We welcome that. But we need you to understand that we have expectations of you too. Before you set out on your path to success, you must first know that there is a path. You are not just out here trying to get a feel for what's going on. There are things that are expected of you. You're not just representing yourself. You are representing Evolution Enterprises. You are representing Archer Travel Services. You are representing all of the agents in this company, as well as yourself. You have to know that there is a path for you to follow. If you have not taken time to read the terms and conditions in your back office, make a commitment to do that today. And once you have read them, make a post on social media. First, make sure you're following me or it won't work. On Facebook, I am Nina M. Mitchell. Make sure that you are following me. But once you have read the terms and conditions, do a post on Facebook and tag me in it and tell me that you're all in. Those terms and conditions, make sure that you are all in with us. Every organization, every state, every country has laws. They have terms and conditions, and those are not set in place so that the company can control you. They are set in place so that you understand that we are wholeheartedly in this with you, we are in partnership with you, and that we have certain expectations. That is what the terms and conditions outline. Make sure that you read them today and you confirm that you have read them. If you have any questions about the terms and conditions, you are welcome to email our host agency or to call them or to make contact with our corporate office. We have an open door policy and we have been transparent from day one. We love our founder for setting that tone and we follow suit with that as leadership. Now, before you start to walk your own path, you need to understand what is expected of you. You need to have a clear vision of what you expect from your evolution. Meaning, what do you want to do with this? Where do you want to end up? How much money do you want to earn? What type of connections do you want to have in this? What type of network would you like to build? Are you willing to do what is expected of you? Because you're spending money in order to have your operating system, to have that booking engine, to have that website, to have your E&O insurance, and to have access to building a team. So we're going to make sure that you get what you are paying for. But we want to make sure that you are willing to do what is expected of you. So let's talk about the travel booker's path. For those of you who are aspiring to be travel bookers or you are a travel booker now, this is for you, so make sure that you take notes. The first thing is to make sure that you are representing our host agency and our marketing company with integrity. Now, again, we are not trying to control you. We know that everybody is an independent contractor. We get it. Everybody is their own person. I am unlike anybody else in this company, and I enjoy being what we call Tigger. For those of you who are Winnie the Pooh fans, we all know that Tigger was actually mispronounced. It was supposed to be Tiger, but they called him Tigger because he was the onlyest one. It was just him. There's nobody else in this company like me. Nobody. There's nobody else in this company like you. We are a sum total of dynamic individuals from all across the planet, and that makes us number one. We're just waiting on the numbers outside of this company to catch up with us. But we are definitely number one because we have so much to offer from all of these different people. We don't want to control you. We want to make sure that you are you, because that's what makes it dynamic. You're going to bring that into your business and let your personality shine through. At the same time, remember that you are representing our host agency and our marketing company. So when you are wilding out on social media and you've got in your background picture your certificate that says Archer Travel and Evolution Travel splattered across it, that you are going to bring attention to not just you, you're bringing it to all 7,900 other agents that are in this company. When people look up the hashtags of Evolution Travel or Evolution Enterprises or Archer Travel, guess what's going to come up in that search? That post you made on social media where you're cussing out your baby daddy, or that post that you have yourself twerking on social media. And I am not down in the twerkers, because I might hit a twerker too, but it ain't gonna be on social media. Keep that in mind, that you are representing an entire host agency. When you make the decision to become a part of our evolution, you made a purposeful effort to be in a partnership. We need you to really understand that. So it's not just you, it is you and us now. You have to commit to having honest business practices. You're going to follow the instructions of what the host agency says. If Archer Travel has set out rules that say you are not to filter payments from your clients through your personal business account or through your personal account and then pay the vendor, whether somebody's looking at you or not, then you need to honor that. Integrity is who you are when nobody is looking. You need to have honest business practices. Adhere to what the rules of the company are. The last thing you want to do is to get caught up in a situation that you are not able to get yourself out of because you have not been practicing honest business practices. You want to make sure that you are representing yourself as a reputable business owner. What does that mean to you? Use yourself as a barometer. Would you go into a business that you saw on social media that was cursing people out? They were cursing the clients out. They had a lot of bad reviews. They just had really unsavory things on their social media page. Would you patronize that business? What if you rode past a business and you saw it was unclean? It was unkempt. Or if you went into the business and they had trash on the floor and their workers, their employees were cursing each other out, or they were playing very loud trap music and you're there with your 70-year-old mother. Now, I am a trap music fan. Anybody who knows me knows that my playlist has the trappiest of trap music in it. But I am not playing that music in the car with my mom. I do not have that playing in the background when my clients are on the phone. So I still have my personality because you guys still know me as your platinum pineapple. I'm still me. But I carry myself a certain way because I am not only representing myself in business, but I am representing our host agency and our marketing company as well. Most importantly, learn how to book and how to sell travel. If you are on the travel booker's path, you have to. You cannot wing it. You absolutely cannot wing it. You have to take your time and learn it. It's a learning process. You learned your ABCs because the teacher went over it with you. You learned your timetables because your instructor went over it with you and sent you home with the homework with the times tables in those little blocks, and you went over them. You learned how to drive because you went to driver's training 2 to 3 to 5 to 7 days out of the week, and then they gave you a test. Attack this with the same veracity. Commit at least 30 minutes on the low end every single day to learn something about travel. Pour into yourself. Learn how to sell and how to book travel. There are a multitude of trainings. You've got trainings in the Travel Cafe. You've got trainings in all of our vendors. Every single one has some type of training. There are webinars that happen every single day from our host agency. We have live training with Nikki Lee. You have your own team training that your leaders have. I know the All-Stars have training. I know Choices has training every Tuesday. I know the Elite group has training. I know all of these different teams have trainings. Take advantage of them. Don't just blow them off like it is something that is an option. Not if you have decided to be on the travel booker's path. It can no longer be an option. It has to be mandatory for you. Learn about the travel industries. You should know when the Real ID Act is going into, when it's going to be enforced. You should know that. You should definitely know that. Learn what's going on in the different countries. Keep track of what's happening with these cruises and this coronavirus. You should be reading those publications. Keep track of what's happening in the travel industry. That shows your commitment. All of those things are part of the travel booker's path. And again, we are going to post these slides so you guys can refer back to them later in the main corporate evolution group. Now, if you are on the health and wellness distributors path, the first thing you want to do is learn about the products. Learn about them. Try them yourself. They are harmless. You should know what they taste like. You should know what they smell like. You should know what they feel like. Be a product of your product. Offer some free samples. Make sure that you learn about your products. Operate your business with integrity. Do not make promises to people that you can't keep. Do not tell them that your products will cure cancer. Do not tell them that your products will heal them from their brain tumor. Don't tell them that taking the CBD drops or the CBD oil is going to cure them of hypertension, because those things are not true. Now, will they help in relieving the pain and the discomfort? Yes. But make sure that you are not giving people false hope and outright lying to them just to sell your product. Operate your business with integrity. Have a spirit of helping others. As long as you keep that at the forefront of your mind in all things evolution, you cannot go wrong. If your whole purpose is to help other people, you can easily get to 6 figures. I did not come into this company with the aspirations of being a 6-figure earner. Did it happen? Yes. Is it consistent? Yes. But my whole purpose was to help others. I told you guys earlier, I have an MSW, the Master of Social Work, for those of you who don't know it. So at my core, I am a helper. I am the company's happy helper. That's what I do. So at the core of me, my heart and my soul leads me to help people on a daily basis. That has been the key to my major success in this company. I have not been a network marketer. Have I learned how to do it? Yes. But did I come into this knowing this? No. And over 500 partners later, I have learned to be a network marketer. But at the core, my whole purpose was to help other people. If you focus on your path as a health and wellness distributor, as well as a travel booker, having the spirit of helping other people, you cannot go wrong. Everything else will just be icing on the cake. Now, if you are on the traveler's path, meaning you got into this company to utilize the travel perks and benefits, and we all know that there are many. We talk a lot about the cruise that you can earn from Norwegian Cruise Line and Cunard, as well as Princess, if you take their training. Some people get into this company just to be able to take that cruise and use that free inside cabin where they're only paying the port taxes and fees. There are many people who get into this company who take the Disney training just so that they can get the discounts on the resorts, the discounts on the Disney cruises, and the free ticket to Disney World and Disneyland every year. There are people who get into this company who want to focus on just using the Marriott discounts, the Iberostar discounts, the Riu discounts. And that's fine. We welcome you. We want you to evolve and to see the world. We want you to do that. But there's a level of expectation for you too. First, learn what the perks are. That way you're not halfway taking advantage of what we have to offer you. We want you to get what you came for. So if your whole sole purpose is to see the world, we want you to see it and not be limited because you only know about the cruises. You only know about the activity tickets. You only know about those. We want you to take the time to learn about the perks. So how are you going to do that? By taking advantage of your team's trainings, corporate trainings, talking with the staff at Archer Travel, talking to your leadership, because we all take advantage of the perks. We work the perks. We do that. Network with other agents so that you can learn what your perks are. Learn how to properly use your perks and your discounts. Understand that many of our discounts and our perks and our benefits, because they are not an entitlement, they are a benefit. Understand that first. So that keeps your ego and your attitude in check. Understand this is not an entitlement. And understand that many of them require you to do certain things. Many of our perks and benefits require you to take a training. They require you to have a CLIA card or an IATAN card. If you don't know what those things are, talk with your leadership. Check in the Q&A group and type into the search bar IATAN, I-A-T-A-N. Type in CLIA, C-L-I-A. Check to see what these credentials are and how you can get them. Many of our perks rely on you having that. The industry needs to know that you are a part of it because your business card is not good enough. Anybody with a printer and a computer at home can print out a business card to say that they are the Queen of England, but it doesn't mean that they are. Your travel credential has been approved by Archer Travel, that they know that you are an active, certified travel consultant with our company. Finally, use your travels to help others see the world, whether you are recruiting them into the business to take advantage of the perks and benefits themselves, or just to give them a vantage point through your lens. There are some people who are associated with you in your life on social media or in person who may not be able to afford to travel. They may not be physically able to travel, and looking at your pictures may give them a new lease on life. Don't keep your joy to yourself. A blessing is not a blessing until you give it away. Share your pictures on social media. Show that $1 million smile that you got when you first saw the Pacific Ocean, or when you first got into the Atlantic Ocean, when you first saw Aruba yourself, or when you traveled and saw the changing of the guard in London. Share those experiences. You would be surprised how many people will have a life-altering experience just by relating to you. Personal story for me. Many of you know me, and you know that I had a child on purpose at the age of 42, and it was difficult to bring her into existence. We lost 3 before her. We shared our story on social media. We shared our story in our village, and we created this huge following because we shared that story. I have gotten many inboxes and emails and text messages of people thanking me for sharing that journey because they were afraid to try to have a child after the age of 40, or they were worried about being ridiculed by their friends or family, or being called old because they wanted to have a child after a certain age. Share your story with people. Not only does that give them an insight of who you really are at the core, it's freeing for you to release some of those things. I know many people will say, well, you might be okay with that because you talk a lot. I do. But for those of you who know me know that I am private about my private stuff. I am extremely private about my private stuff. And unless you're in my core group, there are certain things that you will never know about me. but I have been blessed to, in my almost 49 years, to find a balance between sharing and still keeping some things for myself. But I do not keep my journey to myself because I've been able to bless other people with my journey. So share your travels, your journey as a traveler with other people. Help them see the world through your eyes. If you are a team builder and you're on the team builder's path, please commit to teaching. There's a level of expectation for you if you are stepping out there to be a team builder. I said in the beginning, we are a company that is like no other. We do not heavily recruit to have other people to heavily recruit. We do get asked a lot, is this a pyramid scheme? No. We have a tangible product. We actually have more than one tangible product. We sell travel, and we have health and wellness products. But what sets us apart from the average company who really are operating under the guise of being a travel company, but they really are a pyramid scheme. The difference between us and them is travel or their other products is a byproduct, but they push you to recruit first. They do that other part to keep them out of court. That's not us. Recruiting with us is 100% optional. And if you are a team builder and you're coming into this company to be a team builder, you need to respect the culture that we have already established. When David McCovey put on that napkin what he wanted to do with this company, that was his vision. And we strive every single day to uphold and honor his vision. We live in that every single day. We bleed blue. We are Evo first. This is 100% optional. So commit to teaching the people that you bring in, but respecting them as more than just a number. They are not here just to get you a bonus check. They are not here just to get you residual income. You are here to serve them, not the other way around. If you are going to be a team builder, understand that that is what we have established as a company. And if that doesn't fit your temperament, then maybe we're not the company for you. We respectfully decline to be in partnership with you. We can love you from a distance, and there is no love lost at all. But please understand, coming into this company, you need to swim upstream and not against the grain. Commit to teaching the people that you are bringing in. You have to have a service-minded type of disposition. Every person that you bring in, you are going to receive 10% of what they book. You are obligated to assist them. So I know that there are some people who are saying, oh, well, I am a network marketer. I'm not a travel booker. So my whole purpose will be to bring people into this company to build my network. We can respect that. My sponsor is 2-star double platinum Fred Howell from Detroit, Michigan. He became a booker after I taught him how to book, after Leanne Huddleston, 1-star platinum, our 4-foot assassin, taught him how to book, after our 1-star platinum consultant, E8 member, Tony Ward, taught him how to book, after we all poured into him and taught him how to book. Mind you, he was in leadership. He's my sponsor. But what he did do was tell me who to go to. He paired me with other people, and he followed me along the way, and he learned with me. He did not pawn me off on other people. He did not put me into a Q&A group and say, hey, go in there and ask your question. As a team builder, it is your responsibility to learn with the people that you bring in and to learn how to teach them. Even if you never book one reservation, you need to know who to refer them to at Archer Travel. You need to know what leadership to direct them to follow. And you also need to be in touch with them. You never send your people to another leader and say, hey, go ask me, or hey, go ask Valerie. You need to go with them, because whatever your people are taught, you need to learn it too. Which leads to the next point, commit to learning. The best leaders were the best followers first. If you are the smartest person in the room, you are definitely in the wrong room. Get into another room. Constantly learn something. As a travel leader, I actually take a training every single day. On the low end, I take one in marketing and one in travel every day, whether that is Travel Agent University, Travel Agent Academy, in our travel cafe. If it is me calling and talking to somebody at Archer Travel or in one of the vendors' websites, I commit to one training per day on both sides of the deal. Commit to learning something every single day. You have to keep feeding yourself in order to be an effective leader. You have to keep feeding yourself and learn about this business. If you cannot explain what the compensation plan is, you should not be recruiting. If you cannot help navigate through the back office and tell one of your partners where to find something in the back office, you should not be recruiting. If you cannot refer your agents to somebody at Archer Travel by name, you should not be recruiting. Take time to learn the business before you bring people in, because it is 100% your responsibility to get them acclimated, onboarding, and then to guide them, because just because you walk them through the back office once does not mean that's the end of your journey with them. A part of your team builder's path is to learn with them and to commit to teaching them and learning yourself. Connect to other leaders. I have learned something from every single leader that I have come in contact with, whether it was how to connect personally with each of my agents and other people on my team and other people in the company, whether it's to see things from a different vantage point. As bad as Valerie Rutherford gets on my nerves, she always encourages me to see things from a different vantage point, always. In her St. Louis accent, I can hear in my head right now, okay, check this out. You can see it from this point though. What do you think about this? And she'll turn me around and have me to look at it from a different vantage point. I learned how to step out of my own way and to reach out and communicate with other people, even when I felt like they did not deserve an explanation from me. I learned that from James Brown Jr. Because I was the queen of, I'm not telling nobody nothing. If they are not mature enough to come and talk to me, I'm not explaining myself to them. But a few heart-to-heart late-night conversations with one-star platinum James Brown Jr. got me out of that negative space. I learned to care about what I put on social media and how to clean up my Facebook page and how to connect with people who follow me on social media, whether they know me in person or not. I learned that from soon-to-be one-star platinum Amy Peterson. I learned how to get out of my own way and put my consciousness first and then regulate my feelings from my own sponsor. You get told get out your feelings so many times, you eventually have to examine that. I learned how to see the sunny side of things with the glass half full all the time from Tony Ward. Connect with other leaders so that you can learn something from each and every one of them. Connect with other leaders. Represent our company with integrity. And that is going to be the common thread with all of these paths, is representing yourself and this company with integrity. If you are going to stand at the forefront of this company, meaning you are going to be one of the faces for this company, you want to be a platinum consultant, a one-star platinum, a two-star platinum, a six-figure ring earner, you want to be an IATAN card holder, you need to be a person that other people can rely on. They know that when you tell them something, whether it's as sweet as it can be or as harsh as it can be, that it's going to be 100% the truth. Be a person who can be relied on for their integrity. Finally, if you aspire to be in leadership, now a team builder and someone in leadership are two different things. You can build a team all day long and still not be recognized as a leader. Having 300 people in the company, you might have reached platinum, but that doesn't make you a leader. What sets you apart from being a team builder And a leader is actually leading and leading by example. You can't expect for people on your team to do things that you are not doing. If you're never on the trainings, how can you, with a straight face, tell them to get on the trainings, whether you book travel or not? And believe it or not, people scroll through the faces to see if their leader is on. You need to lead by example. If you're telling them to learn all they can learn, you need to be the face of that. You need to represent our company with integrity if you are going to be a leader. People need to know that you are a person that they can count on. That's going to set you apart from a person who just builds to have the numbers. Committing to teaching them and then following up and making sure that the people that you are responsible for have what they need. That may take you having a conversation with someone. And I'm a person that despises talking on the phone. But every now and again, I have to slow down and have a live conversation with someone so that they can hear my temperament and see my face and understand that I'm sincere. You may have to have a conversation with those 500 people who have signed on to be in your downline, whether they are direct to you or just someone who is 3 or 4 levels down. One is not more important than the other. If you are going to be a leader, you have to understand that first. That's a part of leading. A team builder is just going to stack the numbers. And when people leave, they're just going to replace them. A leader is invested. They have some type of emotional connection with the company. If you cannot honestly say you bleed blue, this is not the company for you. You ask a leader, do they love evolution? They're going to look at you strange, like, did you really ask me that with a straight face? Examine who you are going to be and what you are willing to do. If you have this conversation with yourself and you determine that I'm not willing to give all of that, we wish you well. If you are willing to give the things that I just talked about and that I just pointed out, then we invite you to take a more active role in your own evolution. Learn about the company. Learn about what it takes to be a travel booker. Learn what it takes to be a health and wellness product distributor. Learn what it takes to be a traveler. Learn what it takes to be a team builder. Finally, learn what it takes to be in leadership and actually do it. We can talk about these things all day and all night, but until you actually do it, it means nothing. My sponsor said that in his training 2 years ago, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I can tell you all day, but if you don't do it, it means nothing. So I'm hoping that you got something out of that, that these are the paths to you stepping into your own success as you find your footprints in your own evolution. We appreciate every single one of you who have made the conscious decision to become a partner with Evolution Enterprises. You do not work for Evolution, you don't work for Archer Travel, you work for you, but it is a partnership. And it's gotta be a give and take with us and you. We work hard to give each and every one of you exactly what you need. Sometimes we're able to do exactly what that is, and then sometimes we may not be able to do it to the letter, but at least we can help you on your path and direct you to where you need to go to and how you need to get to your next level of success. We are asking you to make the same commitment to yourself and to us. Be an active participant in this partnership. For those of you who have friendships, who are parents, who are married or dating, you know, in any of those relationships, it takes 2 people to cultivate those relationships. It can't just be one. It can't just be the company giving you everything that you asked for. There are expectations of you as well. So thank you for taking time to log in today to hear what those expectations are and to really commit to being an active participant in your own evolution. So I'm going to turn this back over to KBM to close us out. We love you guys. Have a great week on purpose, and we are going to post these slides so that you guys can take advantage of them. KBM, back to you.